Hi, I'm Randall.
Hi, I'm Allie.
Hi, I'm Justin.
And we're here with A-Pop to answer your burning questions.
If you could hang out with your character for a day, what would you do?
This is for you two, because...
You're working at the diner.
That's true. That's true. That is true. I forgot I was in it.
He's eating a sandwich on his break.
With Ben, I would probably watch a movie with him
Aww.
and want to hear his hypercritical take on it.
That's a good answer.
I'd probably be eating sushi with Leon. You know, maybe go on a walk in the park, maybe go see a show. I mean, a day with Tim Simons just seems great.
I'd be, eating a sandwich with Jihan at the diner. His character.
Okay, so Justin and Allie, what was the funniest piece of direction you ever got from Randall?
I feel like everything Randall said in terms of the alt, so he would throw alt lines at us sometimes, and those were hilarious. Alt lines are alternative lines when you're sort of in a scene and you are saying a line, but then he'll throw in a different line that you could potentially replace for that line. So Randall, being the hilarious comedian that he is, he would throw us some different lines, and that would be really funny.
There's just something about your delivery that's always funny. So sometimes I'd be like, wait, is he joking or is he not? Because you're just naturally funny. And then you're like, that was amazing. I'm like, wait, are you joking? Are you being real? And I was like, no, I think he's being serious.
No, I was always serious.
Oh, he's always serious.
In terms of compliments.
What was your dream role when you started acting?
I started as a tween. My dream was to be on All That. Do you remember that show?
Yes.
On Nickelodeon. Yeah, it was like a sketch show, and it was like, all that, this is all. You don't remember?
I didn't have cable. Sorry. I was only on network television as a child.
People will know. It's where Keenan and Kel came from.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it was masterful. Amanda Bynes.
I just wanted to work. I just wanted to get a job. I didn't care what it was. Anything that like paid money and that, I just wanted the money.
He'll do anything for money. No, I'm the same way. I feel like because a lot of us, we grew up at a time where there wasn't that much representation on screen. So it's like to say to ourselves like, oh, I want to be that person was not even in our consciousness because it's like we never thought that was possible.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, we didn't have the privilege that you had, Allie.
Yeah.
You want to be on All That. Or the Mickey Mouse Club. Do you know that?
The Disneyland?
The Mickey Mouse Club.
What was it like premiering at Sundance?
An amazing experience.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things where you're making this movie with your friends and people you really respect, and then it's doing everything that you dream of. It's going to Sundance, it's coming out in theaters, and when we premiered at Sundance, we got a standing ovation. It was just a very full circle, beautiful moment.
That was our wildest dream, in terms of while we were making it. It's like Sundance, that's the goal, Probably not gonna get in, but if we aim for Sundance, we'll maybe get into another festival, that's also good. And then we got into Sundance, so it was pretty wild.
What was the most challenging role you've ever had to play?
Man, these questions are hard.
For me, it's Ben of Shortcomings because he was the most sort of fully formed character that I've ever had the chance to play. So it required a lot of work in terms of figuring out who he was, figuring out his history with each of the characters, and hopefully trying to bring some humanity to him because I think on the page, he could be written in a way that could come off a little intense and negative, so I wanted to make sure that there was some humanity to him on screen.
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, your character for sure has so many dimensions, and Miko is also challenging only because I cared so much about her. Randall and I had a lot of talks about the same kind of thing. How do you keep her from the audience not hating her for kind of her journey and the choices that she makes? So it is that thin line of finding that groundedness too, because there's so many fun comedic moments, but so much emotion as well. And all of these characters are so layered and nuanced and have so much going on. So yeah, I'd agree with Justin on that.
Gosh.
Jihan?
What sandwich will I eat today?
I mean, I don't know. Agent Jimmy Woo in Marvel, because I had to learn magic.
The card trick.
Yeah, the card trick. And check this out. So in post, put in a bouquet of flowers.
That's how you did it? That's how you did it?
No. We didn't use CGI or anything like that. It was a simple trick. But yeah, in post, just put in a bouquet of flowers.
You learned Mandarin, right? For a show you've done?
Oh, Fresh Off the Boat.
Fresh Off the Boat, yeah. What was it like learning Mandarin?
Really hard, and I was probably really bad. But there was a coach there. This was on Fresh Off the Boat, and some of the cast spoke Mandarin, so I was just learning it kind of phonetically. Yeah, there was a whole scene where we were all speaking in Mandarin, and it was difficult, but a fun challenge.
Did you take anything from the shortcomings set?
Yeah, I took his pants. Those are really great pants.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I took pants too.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Ava, our
gave
costume
them to
designer,
me.
she did such a great job.
She's amazing.
We love her to death. I wore them in almost every scene, so I felt a strong attachment to them. So I took those pants, and I still wear them today.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
I do too. They were nice jeans that she gave me. Really nice jeans. Probably the nicest pair of jeans I've ever had.
Yeah.
So thank you, Ava. You're the best.
I don't think I took anything.
You took the camera.
I did. I took
$12 million camera.
I took some of the equipment with me. We did have a night where we used a crane, a techno crane, and I took that.
Small.
Where is it? Right
It's
now?
in my home. It's in my backyard.
Yeah.
It's in your house. Yeah.
It's not a big thing to just sneak home with you, right?
Yeah, it was tough getting on the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Allie, I know you're working on Asian American Girl Club.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite clothing item from that?
Definitely the cool matcha crew neck. It's become sort of our signature color. I'm obsessed with drinking matcha, so I feel like every time I see it, I just feel relaxed. I love seeing people wear it. It's just so much fun to see little kids. We have like grandmas in it and moms and dads, and it's so beautiful to see.
Follow-up question, if you could collaborate with any brand clothing, what would it be?
I have to say, Dior Men, because that's what this is. I love rocking a men's suit. I just think it fits so great, and yeah, they're always so good to me.
Justin, I'm going to put you on the spot really quick. So I heard that you like reading and you like books. I was wondering if you could give us
That's a lie. No, I'm kidding. Yes.
Give us a quick book review of something you've read recently.
Ooh. What was the last thing that I read? Oh, I read Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. I think there's only 3 tomorrows, but I said 12. Gabrielle Zavine, I believe, is the author's name. It's a really great book about a love story that's not really your typical love story over the span of many, many years, and it delves into the gaming industry, which is also really interesting as well. It has a couple of Asian American characters as well, which I found really interesting, and I was just really fascinated by the way that it sort of dived into game development and the stories and narratives behind games. And you play a game and you don't realize that these game developers are storytellers. And so I found that book really fascinating, and I believe it's in development to potentially become a film. So I'm excited for that. Yeah.
What if you could be in it?
I would love to. I'm free.
Question for Randall. What was the most surprising part about switching from acting to directing?
A lot of it, almost all of it, I feel like, in a way. Like when you're an actor, that's a whole journey and process, but there's so much to the entire project that you're kind of kept away from, things that you're not aware of until you're actually doing it, just how much thought goes into every little thing, how many discussions there are, for every little minor detail, and battles you have to go through just to get certain things onto the screen. I've done some directing before, but for an independent feature, like there is kind of so much to do, and it's so much work, and it takes a lot of dedication.
What was it like punching Keanu Reeves?
That was a great life moment. It was very surreal. First off, the fact that he even agreed to be in the movie was surreal. And then meeting him and discovering just how cool and kind and how amazing of a person he was and is. And then to be able to punch him on screen, I mean, come on, that's like a highlight.
If he challenged you to a boxing match, would you accept?
Like a real boxing match? No, I wouldn't. Well, I would be like, why are you doing that, Keanu? Why would you?
Why are you doing that, Keanu?
We should have a John Wick versus Agent Jimmy Woo.
Oh,
and you can do
gosh.
magic, and he can...
I could do this.
And then he can shoot you.
Yeah, and then he could shoot me. Yeah.
Does anyone still call you Asian Jim?
Oh my God, yeah. A lot of people remember me from that one scene in The Office. Yeah, it really, for some reason, connected with a lot of people. And yeah, it's great. I love it.
I feel like that was a major moment for representation. Everyone was just so excited about it. Like, Asian Jim!
So funny.
Thank you for making us feel seen, Randall.
Who in your contacts would answer immediately if you FaceTime them right now?
Sherry Cola, 100%.
Very true. Probably my mom as well. Because I don't really FaceTime her, so I'm sure if I did, she would think something is terribly wrong, so she would answer.
How would she answer? Would she be like, what?
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's what my mom does sometimes. She's like, what? What's wrong?
Yeah.
I would say my publicist, Erica. There she is. She's the best. She's the best. And she's like always on top of things. Yeah, just the greatest.
Also the most stylish.
Yeah.
Super stylish.
That's
And
great.
it's crazy. Every day I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me? How dare you?
If you had to live with one of the characters you've played ever, who would it be? Live with them for a year.
Like Kim Jong-un.
That's iconic.
No, I'm playing. Gosh, that's a good question.
That is a really interesting question. I would live with Yang. He's a robot.
Yeah.
And, he would do all of my chores. We could have philosophical conversations about life and tea. I could sort of try different hairstyles on him to see how they would look on me, but not have to do them on me. So it'd be like...
That's right. That's
It's
right.
like, yeah.
Different outfits.
Different outfits.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's how that looks.
And he's such a good dancer too.
Let's not talk about it.
What? You're a great dancer. I'd probably choose Giggle McDimples.
Good choice.
Right? She's so tiny. She could do all kinds of things. She's so energetic. She always wants to help. Such a great cheerleader and friend.
Yeah, I'd probably say Agent Jimmy Woo, just because sleight of hand magic is just fascinating to me, and I'd love for him to, just do some tricks for me.
Do it one more
Do one more time.
VFX budget is gone. Completely gone.
What was your favorite moment with the cast on the set of Shortcuts?
I mean, there's so many, but my favorite moment was when we got to tell the leads that they were hired for the movie. Because as an actor, I've been there, It's just such a gratifying experience to be able to be on the other side of that and to let these people know that they're incredible and their work paid off.
This sounds like a cop-out answer, but honestly, every day was so special on this set. It is something that I'm genuinely never gonna forget. It was such a special group of people. Every single person on our crew, every single person on our cast, Randall. I would go to sleep every night so excited to go to work the next day, and that's just not something you experience all that much. I was laughing all day, every day with these guys, and it was one of my most profound joys of my life and my career.
Oh, Justin. So sweet. I think it was when you confront my character and Leon on the street.
Oh,
Just because as an actor to film on the streets of the West Village like that, it was just so much energy, and everyone was sitting in the cafes watching.
Real people, real people.
Yes, real people eating lunch. And I feel like normally watching a movie film, you're just watching two people talk to each other, but everyone was watching Justin cross the street and screaming at Tim, are you, sleeping with my girlfriend at the top of his lungs, and everyone in the cafe was like, ooh, they got a full show. So I think that was just one of the most fun days. It felt almost like live theater because there was an audience and there was Amazon drivers coming in and packages being dropped off, and it was just one of those days as an actor, we're like, wow, we're doing this. We're filming a movie in New York City.
Thanks, A-Pop, for these burning questions. Shortcomings is out on August 4th in theaters exclusively. Please go out and watch.